Hi everyone, thank you for supporting ToyCAD. I'm excited to share the web-based beta version of ToyCAD. So everyone will get a link to register to this web-based beta. And once you register, you'll get to this page where you can click Start ToyCAD Beta, and it will take you to the home page of ToyCAD where you can create a new drawing, start drawing using fingers or using pen. I'm trying this on my iPad, but you can try it on laptops or other tablet devices. And I'm trying this on Google Chrome, but it should also work on other browsers. For example, on Safari, it will also work. Just need to go to toycad.online to get here, and then you need to log in using the login credentials that you created during the registration. So once you get a chance to try ToyCAD, we would love to hear your feedback. There's a link for a short survey. Please fill that survey once you get a chance for that. As part of this release, we're also releasing a new version of ToyCAD beta for iOS devices. To get this new version, go to Test Flight and then click Update. Make sure it says Build 58, which is the new version. Once it's updated, click Open, and you'll get the new version of ToyCAD. So in this version, we fixed a few issues and we added a few features. We'll talk about the new features one by one. So the first feature I want to talk about is the snap feature, which is important, especially when creating shapes. For example, when creating a new rectangle, there's this new snap button. When you enable it, it will snap to the corners of this grid, where each square represents 10 by 10 millimeters. And it can also snap to the center of shapes, like for example, cylinders. If we create a cylinder here, then try to add another cylinder, try to add it to the center, it will snap to the center. And using this new feature, I want to show you how to create a simple shape like this tool holder. To do that, first select the rectangle tool, create and select brown color if you want, and create a rectangle, some dimensions. Then add a triangle, start from the center somewhere, then add a triangle on top of that. Go to the right view. Now to move these together, we can select them and group them. This will create one group of different objects. Then we can hold it and move it, and notice how it snaps to the grid. Then you can duplicate this with a mirror, create the other side. Go to the top view, click rectangle. And before that, first we need to hide this so that the rectangle goes to the ground. Take rectangle, add it, unhide. Then go to the right view, add another rectangle from the right view. Go to the top view, select the new one, also duplicate mirror. Go back to the front. We notice the triangles here are smaller. We can expand them, select the triangle, expand it. Similar from the back for the other triangle. Notice how the snap will make it easy to just expand them in a similar way. Now go back to the front. Now to add the handle in the middle, this one, you can hide this one in the front, select the cylinder tool and add a cylinder somewhere in the back view, in the back triangle. Go to the top or maybe to the right. Select this cylinder, the new cylinder, and just expand it. Unhide the triangle. And now we created this simple tool holder shape. Next, I want to talk about the smoothing feature. So we changed the way we smooth the shapes when the user draw it. And we added more controls for the user to control how much smoothing they need. So if you don't need this smoothing at all, you can click less and it will keep your original brush as it is without smoothing. Or you can click more and it will create smoother versions. We also added another kind of smoothing, which is motion stabilization. So if you want more stable motion, you can click here more. While you're drawing, it's also stabilizing the motion or smoothing the motion itself. But you can go back to the normal, for example, for filling. We also added the ability to create straight lines while drawing. So for example, when I draw this line, I can hold the pencil in position, it will turn it to a straight line. Similarly for the next lines. Next, we added a shortcut for the undo, similar to other applications on iPad. So when you have a drawing, you can click with two fingers to undo the last action. You can click again to undo, We're also added a new mode or a new color. So when we create a new shape, we can select this color for creating holes. That means when we union these two spheres, the whole shape will be subtracted from the original shape. And while we can do a simple subtract, instead of using this hole, we can create a regular shape and use a subtract feature to get the same effect. The whole color is important for joints and similar shapes. And to illustrate that, let me create a new drawing. So if we look at the hinge joint, for example, the hinge joint is actually a group of shapes. To look at them, we can select the body and hide it, and then select this group, click ungroup. And when you look at this group is made of three shapes: large cylinder that represents a hole, and then a smaller, two other shapes that form the two parts that will rotate around the center of this. And we can, using this information, we can actually create new types of joints. For example, I've been working on the loop kind of joint or chain kind of joint, but still needs more optimization. But to create that, I need the whole feature. But we can have a look at here. So this is a simple loop joint using the whole feature. For example, this sphere is a hole, and then this rectangle is a hole, and then these two cylinders all will join the parts. So first we want to cut these shapes, the sphere and the rectangle, before we add the two chains. So you could try this by yourself by, for example, creating a shape. And then importing that loop joint. So this is one more feature that we added. When you click add, there's also here an import feature, which is important to be able to add things to your current drawing. So for example, you can click import, choose file, and then select the loop joint file. If you look at it here, you could use it to create a loop joint onto this shape. Let's hide it first. Create a group with this, unhide it, then select the shape, then the loop joint, and click union. Now it will cut this shape and remove the sphere first, and then we'll add the two loops or the two chains. So using this feature, you can create your own types of joints or features. We added a new option to the export menu, but to illustrate that, I'll draw some shape first. So I will draw the shape from the tutorial example. And once we draw that, we can click export, then separate and download multiple parts. So this will subtract each child part from its parent so that they could be printed separately and joined afterward. So, and if we look at the shape after we choose that option, we notice that each part is subtracted from the parent. We added another option to the export menu, which is publish. Clicking this will allow you to publish your toy file to the ToyCAD library and make it available to everyone to download and 3D print. You have to describe your toy, and you can add your name if needed. Click publish file. We will review your submission and then make it available to everyone. And to see what other people are publishing, you can go home, then click explore, and you'll see all the published toys in this menu. Right now we have only one toy, but we'll keep adding toys as they get published. And thank you for trying ToyCAD. Please let us know if you have any feedback or if you're facing any issues.